Well, mister, I gotta admit, you almost had it. You and Charlie almost had it won, and I was sweating a bit, but thank goodness for the eagle eye of POW's brand new official in Malcolm Flex, catching you guys in the act with that chain, restarting the match, and now we see what happened. Chris Brady, everyone's favorite homeboy, is still your YouTube champion.
We had it in our grasp. You simply cannot stand to have one of my men holding your precious YouTube championship. So what do? You throw in that crooked referee, Malcolm Flex. Charlie knocks Chris Brady out fair and square. Malcolm Flex planting that chain in my pocket, accusing us of deviousness, of chicanery, of evil. Poor Charlie Avell's face was bruised and beaten, but do not worry, because I'm sending him to the very plastic surgeon that reconstructed me after I was brutalized by the ugly daughter. So he'll be looking more streamlined, more chiseled, and more beautiful than ever when he comes back. After you, Charlie, that earns that YouTube championship, man.
Well, filling in that punch card, one day you'll get a free sandwich. Folks, this week's main event has got some major implications for the rankings in the Tag Team Championship ranks. Let's talk about a match that took place almost a year ago. For the first time at POW, it was the present meeting the future. It was C4 versus the Flamin Aces. It was the first round matchup in that POW tag title tournament, and it was a huge upset. Brackets were busted when the youngins, the Flamin Aces, defeated Cody Chun and Guillermo Rosas. Now, almost a year has passed since that matchup, and you gotta believe in this week's rematch, C4 is looking for revenge.
C4 looking for revenge. They've got that fire, that spark. That spark of revenge is going to explode right in the faces of those flaming assholes. C4 up, I believe, huh?
Well, the main event is coming up right now. It's C4, Flamin Aces, the rematch. Here it is. I'm here with the Flamin Aces. They're getting ready for their big match this week against C4. Now guys, you guys already have some history with this team. In fact, the last time you two teams faced off here at POW, you beat them. That was considered a huge upset. So what's your strategy going into this rematch?
You know, that match, we won unexpectedly. They're one of the best tag teams here in the POW. So I had so much emotion going into that match because my uncle just passed away. So I mean, coming into this match, we've had so much experience throughout the whole year, so I'm pretty sure we're coming out with a win.
I can't agree more, honestly. You know, I know C4 remembers what happened last time when we beat them, so I know today they might come out a little chippy. They come out a little more aggressive. But tonight is about proving that the Flamin Aces are the team at POW Pro Wrestling to beat. C4, you didn't get it done last time, you're not gonna get it done again, because we are Tag Team Wrestling. We are POW Pro Wrestling. And we are the Flamin Aces, and we're coming out with that W tonight.
All right, major implications of the tag title rankings in this one, folks. The Flamin Aces versus C4. I'm here with C4, that's Cody Chun and Guillermo Rosas. Now guys, last time I talked to you, we were at this very spot at ringside. You guys were getting ready for a match in the Tag Team Championship tournament against the Flamin Aces. And to the shock of many, you lost that match. Now I just talked to the Flamin Aces before speaking to you, and they sound very confident they're gonna beat you again. What's your response to that?
That night in the tag team tournament, we did lose sight of focus. We lost to the Flaming Aces. We lost in the first round. But now we had a long drive here, a lot of time to think, and it was raining. This time, we're gonna level up. Flaming Aces, C4 is back. We're not gonna mess around this time. It's gonna be different.
No need to mess around, and that's right, I back up everything my partner, Classic Cody Chun, just said. We didn't underestimate y'all just a second. Just a bit, maybe a little too much. Something that won't happen again. We are C4, and we're here on a new level, and we're here for new horizons.
All right, C4 looking to correct the mistakes made in the Tag Team Championship tournament. That rematch is coming up next. How about this for a main event this week here on POW Pro Wrestling? You thought that YouTube Championship match with Brady and Avell was something, and it certainly was. We've got a nice tag team rematch here. The present and the future of this division. And the Flamin Aces take on C4.
Well, you know how I feel about the Flamin Ace holes.
Oh, I know you do, Jonas. It's been well documented, your history.
What did you call it? What?
Flamin Ace holes?
Yeah, the ace holes.
Nice.
Now, of course, the last time these two teams faced off, it was in the opening round of the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship Tournament. And I think it's safe to say a lot of people's brackets got busted when the Aces beat C4 in a big upset.
Huge. I mean, a big upset. The C4 wasn't supposed to be in the tag team tournament in the first place. Only got in because Ricky Gibson got hurt.
Well, they tried to make the most of their opportunity. Exactly. And here you see now classic Cody Chun starting off with hot shot Spencer Scott. I'll tell you that win by the Aces certainly catapulted them to an even higher plane of fan popularity than they already were at POW. But a win like that's going to do wonders for their career. And look at this. Cody
not
Chun.
necessarily. Riding him like one.
10-10, dude.
Bit of a competitive fire, I could tell when I was interviewing both of these guys, both these teams, I should say, before the matchup. You could tell that the Aces felt a little confident, maybe you could argue overconfident in the Aces with the C4, I should say. Chun and Rosas, they are definitely chomping at the bit to get some payback. You said it, Jeremy.
Yeah, that Spencer Scott's as arrogant as they come.
Scott, what a terrible last name.
I know, right? Scott, wait.
Now, Jeremy, I have to ask you, what's it been like when you get upset perhaps by a younger or newer tag team and you have a rematch? What's going through your head psychologically?
Actually, that's a great question because it's not asked a lot, and it can do a lot of damage. I don't care who you are or how long you've been in this business. If you lose a match that you were in your mind guaranteed to win, you don't want to look past the schedule. Like any football team, you don't want to look past the schedule, but that's what we do sometimes, and it's tough. You want to get out there the next time you see him and really stomp a mud hole in him, really.
Springboard attack or evasion by Scott into the O'Connor roll too. No, nice recovery by Scott, goes to the kick. Chun counters with a roll up, another kick out. And look at this. These two scrappy young individuals that they are. It's a long drive from Seattle to Eugene, so you know that C4 was stewing in that car ride thinking about this matchup.
Going through the ifs and whats.
I'd be stewing too, leaving the beautiful, rich air of Seattle and coming down here to this stinkburg.
Rich air in Seattle?
Rich air.
Okay.
That's the first one for me. Now in comes the Playboy for the first time in this matchup, Zay Perez, someone I know you're very familiar with, Jonas. Here we go now, big battering ram attack into the assisted moonsault.
A cocky cover.
A bit too early for Perez to do the whole fanning your face business.
Like I said, no one's as arrogant as Zay Perez.
That's saying something. Oh, big open hand shot by Rosas into the chest of Zay.
Now we got the two powerhouses of the teams in.
I know you're being facetious, Jonas, but
confidence can sometimes be.
Don't discount Zay's inner strength. Oh, the kick is blocked.
Oh!
Another chop sends Perez to the mat.
You hear the bass in that?
There was certainly a lot of treble.
He's trying to cave his chest in.
Oh, not so much smack on that one, but you gotta believe that that one still hurt. Now, Guillermo, full head of steam, is cut off with that back elbow. Perez looking up top. Second rope goes to the crossbody.
Not enough.
Not with the ever stocky Rosas in the ring. He's too fresh for that. But look at this. Big Hurricane Rana. Follows up with a kick. He couldn't connect before. That one certainly did.
Nearly took his head off.
This match has some major implications when it comes to the rankings in the tag division. I would assume that whoever wins this matchup could be one of the next in line. Nice drop kick, basement style by Scott. Throws Rosas into the corner. Good strategy to try and cut the ring off. Rosas a bit too fresh. Guillermo in the bad part of town here. You saw the tag earlier. In comes Zay with a senton. Shades it. Eddie Guerrero over the ropes too. No.
A lot of quick tags and double team maneuvers by Flamin Aces. I don't like to give them credit.
I think the Aces are working as better as a team right now.
They certainly are in their groove. I think that the last 6 or 7 months in particular have been some of their best in-ring work, not just in POW, but everywhere I've seen them in the Northwest.
Oh, it's all it took right there. Just a little disruption.
But you have to believe. Oh, no! Chun and Rosas, the more
See his neck?
they're the more seasoned veterans, the more experienced tag team, and just there, you saw Chun putting that experience to good use. The timely distraction to Perez, and now C4 is in the driver's seat.
Perez might need to be looked at medically here after this on his neck.
And that was a lot of impact of the body going all those different directions on the turnbuckle. Big double elbow, not enough to put Perez down just yet.
I might have spoke too soon on the teamwork.
Yeah, I was gonna say, earlier I thought C4 might have a case of the yips, but it looks like they turned it around.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Now no more yipping, Chun is yapping as he goes for that snap suplex. Cover now made, Buddy Ruth with a count, only getting 2. Right now, another tag made to Rosas. Both teams showing a lot of heart, a lot of strategy with these quick tags.
Bad spot to be in.
Cody Chun getting
right here, double suplex. I'd say that both teams are about even now when it comes to these. Well, wait a minute. Now, was that a kick out by Perez?
I don't know. I thought he might have got cocky there. Ross might have got cocky there. And
it's entirely possible. But now front face lock applied. Perez getting out of it, throwing those knees.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Cody Chun seems to be getting a little frustrated with the lack of call and response from these fans.
Oh! The chants not quite resonating as much as you'd believe they hope. I think these fans are divided, if I'm being honest here. Another cover made. Oh, now again, I have to ask, was him pulling him up or was Perez really pushing up by the arm there?
I don't know. That might be 2 times in a row that he decided that he did good.
Ouch, that kick is just gonna rattle your ribs.
All thud on those.
Just absolutely kicking the crud out of him. Over and over again.
And right now, Rosas looking like he means business. A cover again. Another kick out. Every time these guys, every time Perez is kicking out, that's taking a little more wind out of his sails.
Absolutely.
I think C4 is trying to make more of a statement this time out. They're trying to blow him out.
Well, they are certainly not going to get caught slipping like they were in that tag championship tournament. They're here to win. Wait a minute. Could be an upset again.
Oh, not enough.
Actually, let me ask you this, Jonas. If the Aces win a second time in a row, would that be an upset?
At this point, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
Tag made.
They have some big wins under their belt. I know it took a lot to defeat me and my Jardy.
Oh! We were watching the same match?
Oh.
Here we go. Chun has got evil intentions, perhaps, looking toward that corner.
You can see it in his eyes.
What's he got here? Hey,
business.
Keep an eye on Spencer Scott.
Oh, not the second rope. Not enough for him, perhaps. Look at this. Now Scott with the, oh, God.
Payback.
Tit for tat, exactly.
And his head didn't hit the turnbuckle, it hit that cable rope.
Ooh, that was heavily on the right shoulder, I think, was the impact there.
I love karma.
I mean, that was a mirror image of what happened when Chun distracted Perez moments earlier. And now both men are down.
Karma better not be real.
Oh, buddy, you're in for it. I'll tell you.
Here we go now. Big effort by both men to get the tag. Scott and Rose in. Big flying back elbow.
Shot out of a cannon.
The momentum, certainly he's hurling himself at his opponents. Throwing elbows, throwing drop kicks. Scott is on fire. Big elbow strike now. Wanted to throw his own partner. Wanted to throw Rosas into Chun.
Spencer Scott is up and hot right now.
He is a one-man wrecking crew. Now that he's been tagged in here, ducks that.
Oh, look at that.
Rebound off the ropes.
Oh, God.
Double
That's
ace
it.
crusher.
That's it. He needs to get to one of those guys, though. Who's the legal? I don't know who the legal is.
Absolutely, I believe Rosas is the legal man. Spencer Scott has him in his sights. A big boot to the face cuts him off.
Gamer playing a little bit of possum. Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Oh, that was interesting. Follows up with a super kick right to the snoot. What's Rosas got in mind now? You heard me. Oh, my goodness.
Blue Thunder.
Could be it.
The last possible second.
If C4 lose this one, I'm not sure how their demeanor is going to be after
Smart
this.
move right here to pull him over here to his own corner.
That was very crafty. Tag made. Chun back in.
If C4 loses, they might not show their face around POW again.
Oh.
When you look at their win-loss record, Jonas, you have to admit it's not been fantastic for them. It's not been coming up entirely roses their last few attempts. You're right. Big flying knee though, they're here to win, like I said. Another kick to the face. Going for it here. No! Planted him. That's gotta be it. No! Perez. Here we go, that tit for tat again, gentlemen.
Good timing.
These two teams have each other incredibly well scouted. Oh, man.
Goodness, thunder fingers.
You can hear that in Corvallis.
You could.
Here we go now.
Oh,
big
no.
clothesline.
Oh, hit his
man.
head again.
I'm not sure which hurt more, the clothesline or the face full of apron.
Oh, he's not done.
Shots exchanged here by Scott and Chun.
Ran him back first.
You've got Rosas, you've got Perez on the outside. They're trying to catch their breath, still attacking each other. Sunset flip, over and up. Wait a minute, counters it.
Nope.
Another counter here. What's Scott got in mind? He's stacked on top of him. Wait a minute. Boy, you think Buddy Ruth's getting blown up with these counts?
Oh, my gosh. Buddy Ruth's praying they don't go down for another count.
Here we go. Scott still on the attack. I don't know where he's getting all this energy from, but he is striking anything that moves. Lined up here. Oh, went for the knee. Chun spun through it. Deflects it. Brings him up.
No, no.
Wait a minute. Small package.
No.
Oh, covers him over, turns him over, and that's it. C4.
Your winner of this match,
I mean, did Buddy Ruth not see? Hey, you take him how you can get him, all right?
Yes.
That was certainly, I mean, it was a controversial ending there. I don't know if Buddy Ruth just let it go, but Cody Chun blatantly changed the momentum of that cover.
I mean, is Buddy Ruth in his back pocket? I mean, they got a little bread.
Like I said, Buddy Ruth might have been getting tired from all those 2 counts. He might have just missed it, but either way, C4 getting a bit of revenge against the younger team, the Flamin Aces, but that was a hard-fought fight from both teams, guys.
And that's right, the better team won, so nothing to see here.
Yeah, Chun's asking for the handshake. The Aces give it to him.
Wait for Buddy Ruth's twin brother, Freddie Ruth, to come out.
If you don't mind, gentlemen, with that, I'm going to interview the winners of this matchup.
Congratulations, yes, congratulations. You got your win back against the Flamin Aces. I know that was on your minds for a long time. So now I have to ask you, gentlemen, what is next? And Sean, what's next for Team T4? We know there's a tag team championship match at the end of the show. So you know what? C4 versus whoever the champions are by the end of the night. Let's go, baby! Wait a minute, folks. Here come the tag team champions right now, the Midnight Heat.
If you don't know, you should. And if you do, you know that's rockin' Ricky Gibson. I'm Eddie Pearl. You can call me Precious. And we are the hottest thing going today, the Midnight Heat.
Next time, stand up and show that man some respect. I don't know what makes you. You say C and they say how many brain cells they have. I don't know what gives you guys the right to come out here and challenge the Midnight Heat to a title shot. But after we beat the Flaming Aces last time, after we beat the Hammers again tonight, then next month we would be happy to put the titles on the line once again against you fools.
Now, we've said it many times before and we mean it once again. Beat the Heat.
If you can.
Well, Well, pardon the pun, mister, but what an explosive tag team match that was. C4, the Flamin Aces, you knew there were some combustible elements in that matchup for sure. And C4 getting that albatross off their back, getting the win back against the Flamin Aces after that first round upset nearly a year ago. But mister, I have to say, watching that match back and the way C4 won things, it wasn't quite the way they usually win.
Well, apparently in the years since they've been gone, C4 has learned a little bit, have increased their veteran rounds. They realized that the winner gets the larger share of the person, so they took that money and left those Flaming Aces in the dust.
Well, it wasn't the traditionally noble win we usually see C4 earning, but it was their biggest win in POW Pro Wrestling in quite some time. And getting that win back against the Aces is no doubt going to do wonders for them in the rankings, and we've already seen that kind of take place. The Midnight Heat come out and interrupt the proceedings, and now we've got ourselves a tag team championship match between the Heat and C4 coming up in the very near future.
A long-term rivalry between Midnight Heat, C4. They had classics up and down the Northwest several times at POW, and now they meet for the first time for that POW Tag Team Championship in just a few weeks.
That's right, the stakes could not be any higher for this classic rivalry revisited. It's a tag-tastic night of action next week here on POW Pro Wrestling. First up, you've got the new members of the Jarmy, Cole Rivera and Joey Thornton, trying to prove their worth against the Fabulous Frères. Then in the main event, it's a schoolyard scuffle. Months in the making, this rivalry between Dove and Dangerous in the Academy has finally reached a boiling point, and now you saw Nick Radford and Tom Allman lay down the challenge to those rookies. It's a schoolyard scuffle. You know, I've heard some rumors about the kind of weapons, the kind of plunder that are going to be in this match next week, mister, and all I gotta say is that Dove and Dangerous better be doing their homework.
They better be bringing their staple removers. They better be removing their, bring their super glue, you know, to fix all the little cuts they're going to get at the hands of the Academy. The Academy will teach Dove and Dangerous more than one lesson in that schoolyard scuffle, I believe.
It's all happening next week on YouTube and IWTV. Join us there, folks. For Mr. Ooh La La, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you next time right here on POW Pro Wrestling.